All right, hello everybody. This is Zaxter99. So, you've built a few computers. Maybe you're looking at building your first, desktop computer, and you're not real sure. You kind of have a vague idea of what you want to build, maybe some of the parts. I've got a great website that can actually help you make sure that all the parts that you're thinking about are 100% compatible. It'll show you, what's wrong with any of the parts you might be choosing yourself. And this website also has some great forums where there's a ton of helpful people that you can actually, just link your build. You can go ahead and pick all the parts you want, link your build to the forums, ask people to help you out and give you their opinions, and they can help you out a great deal, maybe save you money, maybe increase your the power of the PC you're thinking about building, and even save you some money. That's exactly what happened with me. Even though I've built several computers myself, this is a great website, whether you're a brand new builder or whether you have built a few computers already, as I've done. So I want to go ahead and share this great website with you and talk about exactly how you can use it, and we'll do that right after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Now, this website is called PCPartPicker.com. I'll have a link down in the description down below, so you can just click that link and go right here. Now, when you come to this website, I highly encourage you to go ahead and register. You'll have to click a link in your email address to activate it, but it's real easy to do, and then you can log in at any time. But once you actually register, and the reason you want to register is so that you can actually post, forum threads or posts on the forums, and you can ask people if for their opinions. Make sure that other people agree with you. Hey, this is a good build, because a lot of people are very knowledgeable, and they can say, hey, you can get a better power supply, more powerful or whatever, and save $20. Here's this, or whatever. That something you may not have seen yourself. So the first thing you want to do, though, is you want to go ahead and try to if you don't have a clue, then just go right to the forums and ask somebody, say, hey, I want to build a computer to do this, this, and this, and really what you want a computer for. Tell them your budget, what you want, basically, and somebody will, there's a ton of people that will actually just go ahead and pick out what they think is going to be a good build for you, and they'll post it right there so you can actually look at that and order the parts yourself or whatever. Also, if you've never built a PC yourself, you can go to YouTube. There's a ton of good videos to show you exactly how to build your first PC step by step. It's easier than you think if you've never built one before. But like I say, even if you've already built 10 computers yourself, this is still a great website, because there is a ton of experience and helpful hands here that can make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck on the parts that you would have picked out, yourself without asking for help. And I mean, we all need a hand. I mean, why not use why not benefit from actually using other people's advice to make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck? Make sure that you can't get a better computer for just a little bit more money or even less or whatever. Just let other people take a look at what you're building and give you their suggestions. I mean, why not? And that's exactly what this site can do. So once you actually you log in and everything like that, just go to Start a System Build right here. Now, this website also has build guides. It shows you completed builds that other people have recommended that work really well, or you can just browse parts. So this is a great, great website if you guys have never seen it. I'm going to show you how easy it is to go ahead and pick a computer and build a computer yourself, though. So right now, when you go to Start a System Build, it's going to show you everything you could possibly need. So first thing you're going to want is like a CPU. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pick a CPU. And I know that I want to go with Intel. I know that I probably want to go with like a 6600K and i5. I can kind of see the difference, and this is going to show you the lowest price. And let's say, though, that this is going to be all the different vendors that, this website actually has in stock. And you can take a look at those guys. Where is it? It's on the left side somewhere. Right here. Search merchants. So right here, notice how it says, let's say that you only want to buy from Amazon, or you only want to buy from a couple of different vendors. You can uncheck this, and you can check whatever vendors you feel comfortable buying from, or you can just go, hey, I want the best price no matter where it's coming from, and you can just go all, whatever you want to do. But let's say that you're like me and maybe you only trust Amazon and Newegg, okay, like I do. So I really want to just kind of limit it to, I know that Amazon and Newegg are pretty competitive usually, so I just want to pick the best price between these two vendors that I really trust. So I can do that. So you can do whatever you want when you come to this website, and that's the nice thing about it. Now, if you just want to go, Intel or AMD, you can limit your list. So let's say I just want to go Intel. I know I don't want to go AMD, and that's going to actually, narrow down the list of options. But I'm pretty sure that the 6600 is what I want, but I know here that the i7 4790 or the 4690 is around the same price, and I heard that this CPU is a great one as well. Man, these both have 4 cores. They're both 3.5 gigahertz between the 4690 i5 and the 6600, and they're around the same price, 254 to 241. So you can even come in here and you can actually click those two, and you can come up here and compare the two and look at all the different stats on each one and kind of compare them. So, I mean, this is a great website. It's going to make things a lot easier for you when you're picking your parts. But let's go ahead and say I want to go ahead and go with the i5 6600 after I compare everything. And I'm going to go ahead and add that. And it's going to show me, hey, that's $254.99 at Newegg. Okay, shipping is free, shows you all your information. And now I want to go ahead and get a CPU cooler. Okay. Now, the cool thing is here is when I actually go in and pick a CPU cooler, it's going to show me like the best prices up at the top and a lot of the ones that are compatible with the one that I've selected. So I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what, this looks like a pretty good one. It's got a good rating here. I like how it shows you your rating, 1,040 different ratings, 4.5 stars. It's only $24.99. I can click on it if I want to see it, and it'll actually show me, wow, 4.5 average rating. Shows me all the specs here for it, and it shows me the different prices. And like if anybody has a deal, let's say Amazon had a deal where you could get a game free if you bought this cooler, for example, it would show you that right here. So you might be like, you know what, I'd rather go to Amazon on this one or whatever. But we're going to go ahead and go back here, and let's just say I'm going to go ahead and add that one. Okay, so once I've actually added that CPU cooler here, you see it here, and I can come right up here, and so far, hey, it looks like this cooler is, compatible with this CPU. So that's cool. So I know I picked the right part. If I didn't, I can always just come over here and delete it and, go pick another one. But compatibility is good so far. Really cool. I can see my prices. I can see any rebates that I got. All right here. So now I want to go ahead and choose a motherboard. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to go ahead and choose, I'm looking at all these. Now, I've already kind of done a little bit of research here, kind of looked at everything, and I know that I trust Gigabyte. I like Asus as well, but after comparing some of these, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this one right here. It's a nice price for a good motherboard. It's going to allow me to, upgrade my RAM if I need to, and this is plenty good for me, so I'm going to go ahead and go with that one. Still compatible. I get a $10 rebate on that one. Cool, cool. And I'm going to come over here and choose my memory. And it's going to show you all the different memory. Now, if you just want to go with like a certain brand or a certain type of memory, a certain speed, whatever you want, you can select all those options, or you want a certain amount. You can check all these options over here to narrow down your list. But I'm going to go ahead and come up here. I'm going to go ahead and go with 16 gigabytes of RAM of Corsair Vengeance here. And it's got a good rating. I'm going to go ahead and jump on that. 16 gigabytes for $70 is a pretty good deal. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on that. I trust Corsair. They're a good brand. And now I'm going to come up here and choose my storage. I know I want to go ahead and get an SSD. I know I want the Samsung Evo 850 series because, they very dependable. SSD drives, and the firmware that they have actually is very easy to use. If you ever have any kind of problems or anything like that, Samsung's firmware on their 850 Evo series is really useful. So all I really want is an SSD for my operating system. I don't need that to be huge. 250 gigabytes is fine. I'm going to go ahead and add that. Now I want to go ahead and get a hard drive for all my video games and stuff like that I do. And if you know me, all the video game reviews and all the games I buy on Steam, for example, takes up a lot of hard drive space, as many games as I buy. So I need a pretty big hard drive And I'm going to go ahead and add additional storage here. Now, I want to go ahead and go with at least a 2 terabyte drive. 2 terabyte here, Western Digital for $126. Hey, here's a Seagate Barracuda 3 terabyte for only $89.11. Good rating. I'm going to go ahead and hop that. I'm going to jump all over that. That's a good price for a 3 terabyte hard drive. Amazon. Love Amazon. If I wanted to add more hard drives, I could do that by just clicking here, but that's enough for me. Video card. I really, really want a GeForce 980 Ti, but they're so expensive. And I really don't have like a super high-end monitor anyway, so I think a 970 is going to be sufficient for me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to go ahead, instead of checking all, I'm just going to go ahead and look at the GeForce 970s. Limit my list a little bit. And for the 970, I want to look for a nice core clock speed. You know, one of the higher core clock speeds compared to my price here. And I'm just doing this for an example. You know, you could take a lot more time on this than what I'm doing. But I'm just going to go, let's go ahead and go with this one here. An EVGA, just for example. Now I could take my time and, you know, make sure that I'm picking the exact right parts. But I just really want to show you guys how to use this and how cool it is. If I wanted another video card for the SLI, I could certainly do that right here. A case, I can come in here and pick my case. Now, if I don't know what these cases look like, I can just click on it, and I can see exactly what it looks like. I'm like, wow, okay. And I could blow that up right there. I'm like, no, that's not, you know, I don't want that. That looks kind of girly. I don't want that. Let's go ahead and go with, how about this 4674? Let's take a look at this Thermaltake here. See if that looks cool. Yeah, that's kind of more what I'm looking for. That looks pretty good for the price, $46. And Thermaltake, I know they're a good brand. I'm going to go ahead and add that. It's a mid tower, just like I want. Now look, I have a problem. I'm noticing here I have a compatibility check. See notes below. Wow, what's the notes? The Gigabyte motherboard that I've selected has onboard USB 3.0 headers, but the Thermaltake tower does not have front panel 3.0 ports, and unable to verify that the Thermaltake mid tower case and the Cooler Master Hyper CPU cooler are compatible. So wow, I'm like, wow, that case isn't gonna work for me. So I need to go ahead and get rid of that because that's causing a couple of compatibility problems. And see, that's what I mean. That's why this site is so great and so easy to use. So I'm gonna go ahead, erase that case. Now I'm back to a good compatibility. So let's go in here and let's go ahead and find another case that might work better. Well, let's go ahead and Phanteks In-Through Pro. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. It's pretty basic. You know, I don't want nothing with a bunch of fancy lights on it, but this one does have a nice window so I can see inside. Has some nice ventilation and fans and stuff like that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and say I'm going to pick this one. So I'm going to go ahead and select that one. Now my compatibility is good because I got a case big enough and it has the USB 3.01 ports on the front. So I had to spend a little bit more money, but now I know that I have good compatibility with all my parts. I'm going to have room to put the CPU cooler in there, all that good stuff. Power supply. Well, here, if I know I want a modular power supply, I can look right here, modular. If I just want a semi-modular to save a little bit of money, I can look for those. And another thing too, how many watts do I really need? Well, let's go ahead and go back. Figure out how many watts we have. Right now we're at 357 watts. To make sure I don't, increase that wattage a whole lot, before we actually pick power supply, let's go ahead. Actually, we already have my video card. Yeah, so we're good. So everything is here, video card, CPU, everything. So let's go ahead and go back here knowing we have 347 watts. So you want to go over a little bit, but I don't need like no 800 watt power supply to run a 357 watt demand, for a computer. I think like 500, 550 is going to be plenty. So here's one, an EVGA high rated power supply for only $35. Let's go ahead and pop that in. Still got good compatibility. Excellent. Okay, I get a $20 rebate with that power supply. That's awesome. Optical drive. Do I want a CD, DVD burner? Yeah, I do, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. Here's a light on. It does the CD and DVD. I can see that right here. It's only 13 bucks. I'm going to go ahead and pop that in. Still got good compatibility. And now I'm going to go ahead and choose an operating system. If I wanted to add like a Blu-ray player as well to my computer, I would do that just by adding another optical drive. Or, just doing the one Blu-ray player, whatever I want to do, since the Blu-ray will actually do all three of your, Blu-ray, CD, DVD. And now I'm going to come in here and pick an operating system. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Windows 10 Home. 96 bucks, that's a good price for Windows 10. And I think I'm good to go now. Now, if I wanted to add a monitor or external storage or anything else, I can do that right here as well. Cool thing here is I can actually see my base price. I'm going to have to fork out $1,281.43. I do get a discount minus $6. I got $35 in rebates. I got shipping costs. So it tells you right here exactly what you're spending. And after my rebates and everything like that, this is a $1,250 computer. So now, let's say that I want to have somebody help me. Well, all I need to do is actually copy this link right here. You'd want to go ahead and save it. You go over here, save your list, call it whatever you want, and then save your build. But then once you actually save it, just go ahead and copy and paste this permalink. Go to your forums. Go to your, when I come up here, go here like part list opinions wanted. That's the forum you want. And then you can actually, go ahead and start a new topic and ask somebody, for their opinion on your build, and just go ahead and paste that link in so they can see exactly what parts you picked out. And somebody might say, hey man, for $10 more, you can actually get twice the speed on this, or that. Or, you can get a lot better case for $20 less. Here's this case that I'm talking about. A great way to actually get other people's opinions right here on this website. And if you don't even have a vague idea of what parts you want, you can actually come to this forum here, create a part list for me. Tell people what you want, what you're wanting to do with your computer, and somebody will show you exactly what parts they would recommend and tell you why. And people here on these forums are great. If you just want to talk about specific parts, maybe you have questions about SSD storage, for example, you can come here, and ask whatever your question is right here. And there's a ton of people on the forums here that are very helpful, and you get a pretty quick response as well. So I can't recommend this website enough. If you guys have any questions about building a computer, or upgrading your computer, whatever it is, this is the website you want. I'll have the link again down below. Be sure you give me a like. Be sure you leave a comment. Let me know if if my recommendation here on this website has helped you out. I would love to know. And I want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching. Be sure you rate my video. Be sure you subscribe. This has been Zaxter99. We'll talk to you in the next video. Take care, everybody.